drunk back again with yet another attempt of a craft beer review. The one I've got to review just now is one it's been out and everybody's reviewed it except me, and it's Brewdog, a double punk IPA, 8.2 in the Richter scale for this bad boy. This one I think actually just hit the shops when I took my year off drinking, and I seen it coming out and I went, bastard! I really did, because I wanted to try it. I was never really a fan of punk IPA in the early days, believe it or not, because I was too much of a lager head at one point, and Guinness, lager and Guinness, summer lager, then it was Guinness, and then it was Big Minty that kind of got me into the craft beer route. I would dabble the odd time in the odd traditional real ale, but it got me into Brewdog anyway, and now I'm sort of like, I do like to dabble in the Brewdog beers. So let's get the double punk into the glass and see what it's all about. 8.2 in the Richter scale, just pouring like a punk IPA in it. Nice big head, that's what I like to see. Deliberately left that out of the fridge for the simple reason I know the head's going to die anyway, so I wanted the head to stay there for a while. So anyway, oh, streaming carbonation going up the glass, look at that, going into the old punk glass, liberated for your spoons, as you do guys, you know the score. What we got, smells actually, smells a lot more intense punk, citrus, grapefruit's there, I know it is, and I know it's going to be hefty. I'm getting pine needles as well. It smells like a more amplified punk, and I don't know, I never really got in at the front door when Punk IPA came out, when Brewdog were strutting their stuff, and a lot of people said that was the best punk they've ever drank in their life. Maybe this is the same deal, except they've amped up a little bit. Look at the carbonation in that. I don't know if you're picking up or not, but my god, that's pleasing on the eye. That's making me want to get in there. So anyway, so fucking drunk drinking a Brewdog double punked IPA, 8.2 in the Richter scale. Slandy for that. He's always about a year and a half behind with the beers, but here we go. Slangy for that. Yeah, just what I thought. It's punk on steroids. That's what it is. It's grapefruit's a wee bit fierce for me in it, but it's holding its own. There's other flavours in there, the caramel. Everything's been turned up, rather than the way punk IPA, when you get into the bars or you buy it in the cans or you get it in a bottle or you go wherever you buy your punk IPA. This is fresh, it's tasting, this is quite good actually, but it's amped up. It's got the grapefruit, the G fruit as I call it, which is right up there smack front, but after you get by that you get a lovely caramel note, you've got a nice piney needle. A little bit of orange citrus in there as well, orange pith even, because it gets to the top of the mouth. If it's citrus it stays in the tongue, and if it's the pith or whatever, the peel or whatever you call it, it seems to rub up the top of the mouth. This is actually quite good. I'm actually enjoying this. Normal punk IPA, I do enjoy the odd pint of it. I've got to admit that, but I would never drink it in a Witherspoons. Never, because it's just piss. I remember once drinking it in Witherspoons and I thought it was absolutely abysmal. We just went into the toilets and asked a guy to piss in a glass. It was absolutely minging. But then again, I knew someone who worked in Wetherspoons, and I understand why they sell their beer so cheap. It's because they buy it cheap and they go to the brewers and they get it cheap, because it's all the shite the brewers can't get rid of. So they give it to them, and the Spoons sell it at cheap prices. But if you go to Spoons, you pay not Spoons, if you go to a Brewdog bar, you pay £4.50, £5, £5.50 for a punk, because it's fresh and it's from the source. There's a big difference. There really is a big difference, if you want to do it that way. A lot of I know people who go into Wetherspoons will drink Punk IPA all night. They think it's a great pint. It's piss. It's absolute piss. That's what you're drinking. This is a solid brew. Really is a solid brew. Look at the carbonation going up there. It's streaming. It's very hard hitting. I can feel it actually hit me because I've had a couple of beers tonight, and I'm halfway through this one, and I can feel it. I can feel the warming effect of the punk. It was never one of those out of the core range of Brewdog beers that I liked. I've got to admit, when I started in the Brewdog route, it was a 5 AM scent was my favourite. I've got to admit, my big pal Minty was always shouting about punk. He's a punk man. I think he is. He still is to this day. He can go buy the original Punk IPA and he can do a load of them. I like it. Sometimes it tastes different for me all the time. Punk seems to be the original Punk, the lower ABV one. It seems to be one of those beers that doesn't matter where you go. You get it in bottle, you get it in can, you get it in a Brewdog bar. It'll taste differently. And it's some nights you'll get it and it's really good and you want to session it, and then there's other nights you get it and it's not so good. But I've never ever drank it at Wetherspoons. Never. I urge anybody out there that's watching this beer review, never drink a Brewdog beer outside a Brewdog bar. Never do that, because it's not kept well, or it's bought cheaply to be sold cheaply. That's the only way to describe it. So anyway, the Brewdog Double IPA. Double punk man. 8.2 on the Richter scale. Is it one I drink again? Yes it is actually. I'd love to try that in the draft, and I dare say when I get back into the pubs, I probably will. Got a night out planned recently, in the future. We're going for something to eat, but she doesn't know she's going to a Brewdog bar. But she does now if she watches this video. We're going to go there. I would actually try that and draft if I could get it. It's a solid enough beer. It's Punk, the original Punk IPA. I never tried the original Punk IPA. I tried the one that came maybe a year or two afterwards, and to me it never blew me away. But I eventually got a bit of a taste for Brewdog beers, and Punk I did. I used to take the odd pint of it, but this seems to be on steroids. It's pretty good. It's a lot of bold flavours, the caramel, the pine needles, the grapefruit. If you're liking a bit of a hop assault on your taste buds, you're going to enjoy this. So anyway, I'm going to give this a Sofa-King drunk rating of, I'm going to give that 7.5 out of 10. So anyway, if you had the Punk IPA, 8.2 on the Richter scale, you had it before, you liked it, you didn't like it, drop a line below even. My god, I've been up since 4 o'clock this morning, so I'm pretty tired, and it's now nearly 10 o'clock at night, so it's been a long day. So anyway, if you've had it before, you liked it, you didn't like it, drop a line below, and if not, hopefully Sofa-King Drunk will catch you in our craft beer review. Slangy va, keep drinking the good craft beers. Ciao for now.